So hello, I'm Mariana Leoni, I'm the director of GQUAL, and I have the enormous pleasure to have Nicole Ameline by my side, who's a member of the CEDAW Committee and also that for the past year has been leading the development of a groundbreaking new legal framework that was adopted yesterday during the committee session, which is General Recommendation number 40 on women's equal and inclusive participation in decision making. And this is truly a paradigm shift, and you throughout the process, and I've heard you mention several times that this is a paradigm shift. So can you tell me a little bit about that? What is the paradigm and what is the shift that the GR brings to the
conversation? With pleasure, and thank you first for your huge contribution to this general recommendation, and we appreciate a lot. GQUAL is really a very strong partner in this drafting and implementation, I hope so. Yes, we need a change of paradigm because we are at a tipping point. We cannot accept anymore the absence, the underrepresentation of women at all levels, and especially in the increasing issues like war, peace, AI, climate change. We see that at all levels women are very, very underrepresented, and it is a violation of the rights, a very important impediment to the implementation of all other rights of women, but also a loss, a very important loss in the response to the global challenges that we face nowadays.
Absolutely, and I really personally like that the GR does not only present women's equal participation in decision making as a right issue and as an equality issue, but also as a necessary solution. It's a necessary solution to global challenges. And can you tell me a little bit about, how does the GR, because I think this is very much a development, how does the GR addresses the concept of equality? What does equal participation mean, and what does decision making mean in the context of the GR?
For us, it's very simple. Parity is 50-50, and less is absolutely unacceptable because it is a sort of recognition of inequality. So we need a surge in parity, really, and I'm very happy because now it must be the norm. It is already an obligation in all treaties and everywhere, and especially in Beijing platform, for instance, but it has never been delivered. So now we need to not only to reach it, but to make it a starting point, and not only an objective or a cause. It's very different. It's a different approach, and it is why we can consider that it is a form of revolution.
Fantastic. And you know, GQUAL focuses on achieving gender parity because we believe the same as the GR in international decision-making spaces, which we see as very consequential spaces, adopting decisions that address those global challenges and affect us all. And we've had conversations about the critical role of Article 8 in addressing these international decision-making spaces. Can you tell me a little bit more about how the GR addresses these spaces and why international, global structures are so key, and why women need to be represented in parity there?
You were absolutely right to point out the Article 8, because women must be in the room where it happens. And today, in terms of international justice, arbitration, debt system, financial architecture, defense and security, we see that unfortunately they are absent, quasi-absent. And it is, again, an absence of response to the global challenges, and on the legal level, really a strong violation of the rights, because now we see that there is an increasing importance of decisions at the global level. Yeah. And of course, parity concerns each level, but it's true that we need absolutely to create, and not only to have some women, some personal success stories, but a critical mass of progressive women, not only to decide about their rights, but about the evolution of the world. And it's the reason why we push the civil society to be so involved, to create this new wave and to create this new culture of governance.
Yeah, and going to civil society a little bit, and my last question to you is about next steps. So what happens now? I mean, we have this fantastic GR, we have to make it a reality. How does the committee, how is the committee thinking about implementation? And particularly because of the role that GQUAL has, what do you think civil society, universities, and organizations and institutions like GQUAL should do or could do to support the implementation, so that we take note and at the same time, you know, spread the word and make sure that others contribute to this process?
As I said, we are at the day one of the implementation, and we have in mind to use the support of states to create a sort of mobilization.
Absolutely.
And it's very important. We need a framework. This GR is already operational, but we need new mechanism, new tools to support a very, very rapid implementation. We consider that we have to use 2025 year to make the change, because we have a lot of celebrations next year, and if we want to make them meaningful, we need new initiatives. So for me, the mobilization is the most important thing today. I used to say we need three things: acceleration, innovation, mobilization. And when I say that, it goes beyond the 56 states, very supportive. We need civil society, of course, universities, academic, and NGOs, and also parliaments. And it's the reason why IPU, together with UN Women, have been so strong in this partnership too.
Oh, that's fantastic. We'll definitely take note. And as you know, we have been a partner since the beginning, and we are definitely going to be a partner.
We count on you.
Yeah, day one and moving forward to this implementation. Thank you so much, and my recognition for all your leadership and work.
Thank you very much.